Welcome to Bastard Quest.
Cheerio.
Still not your game bastard Kyle here.
I'm still Todd.
I'm Corey.
I'm Austin.
Oh, sorry.
You okay down there?
I'm dying.
It's got a touch of the consumption.
So we're still playing Jane Austen's Good Society. Or not Jane Austen's Good Society. A Good Society, a Jane Austen RPG.
So go back and listen to the previous episode if you haven't, or this is going to be fucking
Don't
weird.
start here, because it took a turn.
Yeah, this follows the...
Belle saga.
This is the Belle saga, the story of Belle's Folly when an American visited Sandbottom, England.
If you've read Pride and Prejudice, you got the gist. David Lynch's Sense and Sensibility.
That's a good, no, that's accurate. When last we left this band of characters, there was a disastrous picnic at the Custard Bath Estate.
Yeah, only disastrous to some.
I started to say, disastrous is a matter of opinion.
Yes.
We were
Very
introduced
productive to others.
We were introduced to an American savage, Belle, played by Corey,
An American.
who had been apparently captured or harangued, recruited by a major in the British Army, Jonathan.
Jonathan Hamwhistle.
And he learned, terrifyingly, that she was to be vivisected in a week for science.
Yep.
It's the 1700s.
She had escaped from Major Hamwhistle and found herself eating the shrubbery outside of Lucy Crockpot's mansion.
Yes.
And Lucy took her in, and her friend Christine. Is it Christine?
Yeah, Christine became friends with Belle. And now she's something of a curiosity as the clock counts down to her mortal failure. As these English genteel folk parade her about town. This session we're opening with a novel chapter of the Sandbottom Symposium, where Dr. Evelyn Witherpick will be displaying the savage to some of the doctors and professionals, perhaps philosophers, scientists from Sandbottom University, of this American wild woman.
And a few interested parties.
And a few interested parties.
And Evelyn is the sister of your character Niles, right? Kyle?
Yeah, Evelyn.
Yeah. She's a surgeon.
Witherpick is Niles' connection, played by Todd. She's a surgeon. She's very well thought of.
We've not met her yet.
Yeah,
No, we've not met her
secondary
yet.
character. But,
Yeah, she's going to be displaying this creature at a symposium. Niles is unfortunately
Creature.
under house arrest, being questioned by constables from
Because
an injurious accusation.
yes. Because horse feelings are more valid than American feelings in,
Yes.
in Sandbottom.
He injured a vagrant, which the vagrant wasn't the issue, but it was the horse belonged to a lord who was inconvenienced by the fact that it was taken without asking.
Well, the rumor is that Niles shot the vagrant.
Well, there are a number of rumors. Let's not get into who shot who or who rode away on what horse, Todd. Let's not cast aspersions. So Niles will be sitting this one out. But I got a resolve point for that. So.
Yeah.
So it opens with this a lot of English gentlemen and ladies muttering and discussing amongst themselves in this amphitheater-like space. This is one of those medical amphitheaters where there's the big...
Like the Nick.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, whereas there's that... it's not a stage. It's a sunken... There's a specific term for that.
Amphitheater.
No, I don't think that's what it is, but
But
anyway.
it's in the round.
It's in the round, yeah.
The floor is sunken, and then above it are seats where
Right.
many doctors and scientists and
It's like
interested
an
parties.
observation hall.
There
Yeah.
we go.
It's a suffer circle.
a suffer circle, and Belle is in the middle of it in a chair, manacled.
I wouldn't say she was manacled. I think she's been prepped for this under false pretenses.
Gotcha.
What is Belle wearing?
No shoes. Once again, basically the equivalent of like a tank top and like a long one. Yeah. They probably made no attempt to gussy her up at all.
Well, not for science.
No.
These are men of science.
Yeah, they want her to look like shit.
This is one step up from a geek circle at the circus.
Yeah.
So Dr. Witherpick is there beside her. Presumably, Christine is in the audience. That would be Belle's connection. The Good Samaritan, a young, well-meaning girl trying to do what is right by Belle.
And also Lucy Crockpot, who is Belle's best friend.
Yeah, presumably Christine and Lucy would be sitting next to each other.
Yes, I would imagine so. And I believe...
Sitting on the other side of Lucy
Yes.
is Burgess Custard Bath,
Yes, yeah.
and in
whose
our,
eye was caught by the beautiful Belle.
and
Well,
there's
that's a word you could use.
Well, there's a rumor going around town that Custard Bath is in fact in love with Belle.
Such rumors have encouraged Burgess's curiosities into the point of, after borrowing some laudanum from from Lucy's friend Marion, has steeled his nerves in order to attend this rather crude show of humanity.
In our last episode, Lucy wrote a letter to Custard Bath and asked for his assistance in stopping the vivisection.
Which is never a sentence you expect to hear in an
Jane Austen.
Austenian adventure.
Also attending the symposium is a character that's not been introduced, but it's one of the secondary characters that I got from Austen. It's his father, Edwin Custard Bath.
Who presumably would disapprove of any union of...
Well, his thing is he's proud of Burgess's popularity and social standing, but fearful that he may never settle down. So he's wanted the boy to settle down for quite a while,
He's
but
desperate at this point.
not with a woods creature.
Yeah, and maybe he doesn't want his son to copulate with the treant.
Yeah, and he's heard the rumors, so he's there to get a look at this woman himself.
Okay.
Also in attendance is Major Jonathan Hamwhistle, who found Belle in America during one of the many North Carolina uprisings.
he's the catalyst of getting her cut open.
Now, Hamwhistle and Edwin Custard Bath are both military men, so they're probably sitting together opposite of Lucy and her coterie.
Yeah, Edwin being a colonel.
Now, also, Marion is now estranged from Lucy, correct?
Yes. And is sitting kind of off by herself. Just kind of
because of the rumors of the drug addiction.
Yeah, because of Lucy's increasingly poor reputation.
Yeah, casting sidelong glances, at the group surrounding Lucy.
So we'll assume that this symposium has gotten underway, and Evelyn is going through this scientific examination of this beast. We won't get into the details of it until it becomes relevant. But I think let's start with Edwin Custard Bath and Major
Hamwhistle.
Yeah.
How could I forget?
I can't believe the British lose wars.
Even if they won, nobody would want to read that in history.
Right.
So what are they discussing as Dr. Evelyn carries on this symposium?
Well, my good man, I'm hoping that this vivisection will prove once and for all that that the insides of the Americans are totally made up of tree bark.
Jeez.
I got to think of a voice for Edwin. I didn't think about that. I'm going to go Patrick McGowan. Well, Major, my main concern is with my boy, as you know. I cannot believe that he would... as much as I want him to be betrothed, I prefer it would not be to this barbarian.
Well, of course not. I mean, obviously, who would want to see the heir to their fortune wed to a woods creature?
I'd sooner see him betrothed to that laudanum whore. What is her name again?
You speak
Martin Poppins.
You speak of Marion Poppins.
Yeah.
Yes, no. I mean, whether wed or not, let him have a fling.
So we'll cut over to Lucy and Christine and Burgess watching this display. Now, even though they're anti-vivisection, they're definitely pro-display.
Yeah, they're fascinated.
Belle is a creature of grace and wild beauty.
So for just a moment, then, what's happening down in the staging area?
Todd, you play Evelyn. What's happening?
Oh, God.
Belle was promised corn, so she's kind of like hopping up and down in her seat, like the corn. Hello, Belle me.
Oh wait, I've got it. She's in one of those boxes. She's like it's a glass cage. But it's got a big button, and if she pushes it, a corn kernel falls through. It's like how they train rats.
Right. Wait, is there a habit trail in there for her to run around it?
Yeah, there's a spinning wheel, and there's a bed of shredded American flags for her to nestle in.
Mansion. Belle like Kong. She's being displayed like King Kong.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's the movie. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She's got a nest. She's got corn. Every so often, Evelyn throws a tube of ivermectin into the crate.
Oh God.
Okay, so Evelyn, thank you all for coming.
Evelyn is Dr. Strangelove. I love it.
I was thinking Peter Lorre.
Thank you all for coming so much. May I present to you the American in their natural habitat?
Belle. Chick-bye.
Harumph, harumph. There's a lot of harumphs from the genteel audience.
Belle, me. Welcome. Austicatory. Cinderdory. Thank you.
This is how the American asks for corn.
Corn.
And Evelyn presses the button and a piece of corn drops from the ceiling.
Everyone gasps as Belle laps it up.
A woman swoons.
If you will notice, the American is not wearing shoes. We find this to be true of all Americans.
Foot. Nude.
Burgess kind of swallows nervously and says, "I say, Lucy, this seems quite inhumane what they're doing."
Yes, I totally agree with you, Mr. Custard Bath. I mean, they're displaying the poor girl without any shoes.
Fine.
I mean, she seems to enjoy that part. I mean, Christine,
Are you sure you're not also? Are you sure you're not also enjoying that part, Mr. Custard Bath?
I mean, I am enjoying looking at ankles for the first time in like weeks. But
Chair.
Christine, you've known her for the longest. What are your feelings here?
I don't believe I could say just now, sir.
What is it you're looking at, Christine?
Oh, it's something Belle wrote.
What do you mean?
It's the turkey. It's the hand turkey.
Oh, give me that.
It's a reply
How did that
to
get
you,
in there?
sir.
White girl. Friend.
She saw Christine.
Yeah.
Look, Burgess, we have to do something. In mere moments from now, Dr. Evelyn is going to be vivisecting our friend Belle. I just don't believe we can let that happen, especially given your feelings for her. So what do you think we should do to stop this atrocity?
Belle starts waving frantically towards Burgess.
Hi, corn man. Picnic friend.
Oh, wait, Burgess, it appears she's trying to communicate with you.
Yes, she called me Corn Man.
I look directly at Burgess and attempt to wink, but Belle closes both eyes. So I don't know if it is really going to get the point across. She's trying to be flirty.
Oh, wait, look, as most of you know, I have many cats at my mansion, and we all know that a cat shows affection by blinking both eyes at you. I think she may reciprocate your love, Burgess.
I am very intrigued. I do feel like I must rescue her. But how? She called me Corn Man.
We cut to Edwin and
Ham whistle.
Jonathan
Ham whistle.
and Jonathan Ham whistle, and Edwin says, "Did that beast just blink at my son?"
Oh, yes, I think everyone saw that. I mean, I think we should move and proceed directly to the vivisection before this gets out of hand.
I'll say one thing: keep your pistol at the ready.
Burgess says to Lucy, I'm not sure what to do. I know she needs help, but
Oh, my dear Custard Bath, I know exactly what you should do. Look, what we have here is a battle between science and love, and I always fall on the side of love. Therefore, I say you storm the stage, and you release your beloved from her cage.
Yes.
And pledge your love to her in front of God and everyone.
if I let her out, maybe I can show them that she's not harmful, that she's not rabid or feral, that she's docile and...
I'm rabid.
Pay no attention to that. I think...
Not.
I think she's worthy of being loved.
I absolutely think you should do this. And, here's the thing. I want more than anything to recover my relationship with Evelyn's brother Niles, but this will only upset him further. But I'm willing to forego my desire to allow you to rescue the life of your beloved.
So in his kind of laudanum-fueled haze, this logic makes perfect sense to Burgess. And he boldly stands up and begins to step clumsily down the amphitheater-leveled seats into the midst of the observation pen where Dr. Evelyn stands with the crate that contains Belle and declares, like, I propose we put a stop to this, and we put a stop to it now.
His father, Edwin, speaks up. I say there, is he boldly walking towards that woman?
Should I fire upon him?
Keep your pistol at the ready.
The audience is just going, harumph, harumph, harumph.
So as this disgruntled murmuring breaks out amongst the audience, Burgess throws up his hands and says, we don't have to be like this.
It says crickets from the
And I
audience.
start to say, nothing happens for a moment. And he really expected somebody to maybe cheer him on, but
Even
it
Bell's,
doesn't happen.
Even Bell's like, what?
His laudanum-fueled heart pushes him on further, and he says, this woman is worthy of dignity and love, to be acknowledged as a kind of person. And
Edwin, just let me know when you want me to fire. He's referring to the creature as a woman.
Finger on the trigger. Finger on the trigger.
So Christine is going to spend a resolve to say, well, maybe, to convince the audience, yeah, maybe.
Maybe, yeah, that's better than she
Christine
was.
just says, well, maybe, and everyone starts going, yes, well, perhaps. I suspect, maybe. It could be worse,
And this encourages Burgess on further, where he kind of signals to the audience like a preacher searching for applause and saying, like, yes, she's very worthy of this dignity. We should not take away her dignity.
Edwin speaks up. Then why is she in a box?
Well, because someone put her there.
that would be me.
For a reason.
She did not choose to be in a box.
She's an American. They all belong in boxes. Am I right?
That remains to be seen. But this woman deserves all the dignity we can afford her. I am not an orator, but I mean here now to let her out of this crate and show you that she is capable of self-composure, and I'm just going to do it. And Burgess turns and starts to mess with the crate.
Lucy is going to spend a resolve so that Evelyn has a change of heart and wants to also free
Or at
Belle.
least give her the chance.
Give her the
Perhaps
chance.
they exchange a glance while this is going on.
Evelyn, the doctor, right?
The doctor,
Yes.
Dr.
He's
Evelyn
going to literally vivisect her.
Witherpick.
Okay.
Evelyn says, as much as I was looking forward to the vivisection, my scientific brain is quite curious as to what will happen if we let this creature out of the glass box. And she opens the door and lets Belle out.
And Burgess kind of stands at the opening, motioning to the cowering form of Belle and saying, yes, it's all right. It's me. It's Corn Man.
So I'm going to spend a resolve to invoke Belle's savagery, her savage negative tag, and I'm going to give it to Corey. And Corey, basically, you just have to do something savage that will.
So Belle sniffs the air around. She sniffs to the right, she sniffs to the left, she sniffs up and down. She starts gently walking forward. As she cautiously walks to the door, Edwin Custard Bath, the father, shouts, "Corn shortage!" And her eyes go wide, and she runs towards the door, but hits the door because it's glass. It's like a bird flying into a window. So that gets her even more upset. She's starts bouncing around like fairly, runs past Burgess, almost knocks him down because he's on laudanum.
Who's feeling marginally less confident.
Looks to Dr. Evelyn and kind of like hisses at her and scampers away, running towards the door.
No, Belle, come back.
Leave.
Major Ham Whistle is going to spend a resolve
Okay.
because he wants to turn everyone in the arena against Belle.
Oh, it's a mob now.
Yes.
Suddenly people are pulling out torches and pitchforks from under their chairs.
It's just a matter of time in England.
He stands up and fires his pistol straight up into the air and says, "Now you see what happens when you treat Americans like humans?"
And as the mob rises up and starts pounding toward the exit, Burgess faints.
Ham Whistle is like, "To the forest, we must capture the creature."
Okay, so that's where we're going to end that scene.
Yeah, okay.
Now, normally we would do a reputation phase, but we're pretty sure this is going to last one more novel chapter, so we're just going to cut straight to that one.
Yeah, shit's kind of hitting the fan here.
Yeah.
So who wants to... whose point of view is the most interesting to open with, I guess?
So this is going to be a split, first of all.
Essentially.
So it's going to split between perspectives of different people.
So then this is going to be a split between the two parties searching for Belle, I think.
Yeah, and
Yes.
Belle.
On the one side, there will be the mob led by Burgess's father, Major Ham Whistle.
Marion, presumably, is part of that.
And then on the other side, we have Burgess, who's with Lucy and Christine, whomever else is interested in.
I think that's about it.
Yeah. Lucy, Burgess, and Christine.
Yeah, Belle did not touch that many hearts.
Yeah.
Just the dumb ones.
Right?
I think we start the scene with Belle running through the woods, drums playing loudly
In her head.
in her head.
Yes.
Yeah, it's the only instrument they have in North Carolina. Animal skin stretched over wood. So she's running. It's like Apocalypto.
Sure. Yeah.
She's running,
Definitely.
grabbing any kind of weaponry she can find, because she's been in some conflicts before. She's the John J. Rambo of North Carolina.
That's basically what this is.
Right,
It's
right.
first blood
Right.
in the woods of Sandbottom, England.
Yeah, so we see her.
John J. Austen.
Yeah, we
But
see,
it's like a park. There's benches and little walking trails.
right.
She's running past people with on a canoe who are just
Right.
blazing.
And the traps she lays are much more benign.
We see her grabbing random things like pine cones and things that you assume she's going to build something with, like a very rudimentary, maybe a trap or something. She grabs a swan, breaks its neck for no reason. That's not part of the weapon. She hates swans. And then we cut away
to the mob.
Yeah,
singing the song from Beauty and the Beast as they advance into the forest. I mean, they're just going to inexorably. I mean, they're the tide, right? I mean, they're going to catch her unless other events are.
There's only 3 other people on her side, so everybody's looking for her.
So Major Ham Whistle is controlling the mob, and he is saying, "Make sure you grab an ear of corn. It's irresistible to the beast."
As they march through the woods, the first of Belle's traps springs.
So now, are you using resolve for these traps?
I can do that.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
that would that
Okay.
could change the situation. So
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna. The first trap is a crude effigy of mostly swan feathers for the hair of George Washington pops down. And the English see this and are startled.
horrified.
Yes.
And immediately half the mob flees.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, they tell stories of the terror of George Washington.
And Ham Whistle is like, "Wait, come back. This is not the actual George." Go bloody hell.
Belle swings down from a tree limb upside down and blows some spores into Ham Whistle's face to render him unconscious.
Ham Whistle, and he hits the ground.
Spores.
Do you spend a resolve for Ham Whistle?
Sure.
How many resolve does Belle have left?
1.
Ham
And
Whistle.
Belle scampers back into the woods. She's kind of running along tree branches like the Navi.
I like to picture her more like Tarzan, like surfing on the branches.
It's kind of like a Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Meanwhile, Burgess tromps through the forest with Christine and Lucy following close behind.
Oh, this is quite the excitement.
Christine, I don't need your sarcasm right now.
let's just keep looking. I mean, oh my gosh, I haven't had this much fun since the weekend I spent with Vermeer. Yeah, you've heard that story, haven't you?
I have a couple of times.
In case you haven't,
both times it was a different version.
I had an illicit affair with Vermeer the painter, and if you haven't seen The Girl with the Pearl Earring, I was the model for that, in case you didn't know.
Yeah, so I want to invoke that rumor that this story Lucy tells delays them, and Belle gets in trouble, allowing Niles to catch up with her in the woods.
Oh!
Wait, okay. Oh, Niles is...
Niles broke out of prison
Oh, no!
and got his hunting implements. And we see Belle turn, and he says, "Oh, wait there," and shoots her with a net.
Okay, they have net guns.
Here's a resolve to Belle.
Okay.
She's captured now. Now you're captured. You're mine. I'm gonna take you to Canada and lose you into the wilds to hunt Wendigo.
Not want Moose Place.
He's got his foot on her, like he downed a rhino. And that's when Burgess and Lucy and Christine come in.
Niles, what have you done?
Oh, fancy seeing you here, rival.
Are
My
we rivals?
nemesis. You're my nemesis.
We had picnic just the other day.
Yeah, that was a nemesis picnic. Didn't you? Have you this whole time? Have you not known that you're my nemesis?
No, I just thought we were rather distant friends.
Belle even knew that.
How could you not know?
She's an American and she knows.
Belle even knew.
Also, Lucy, you were my friend and you said I farted. I didn't.
I've apologized for that so very many
Well-
times. I miss our friendship so much. Just wait. Just give me a moment. Once again, let me apologize again from the bottom of my heart. And Lucy farts and looks at Niles and says, "That was me."
Aw.
Burgess faints.
Belle says,
Smelt it, dealt it.
Okay, so here's the deal. That meant a lot. That apology that touched my heart. But I think we should get married.
well, okay.
I accept.
That is
Okay.
about the time span of a Jane Austen romance.
Also, can somebody get some smelling salts for my nemesis? I really should get a better nemesis. It's kind of embarrassing.
Burgess slowly stirs after the excitement of their engagement has already worn off.
I will marry you on one condition:
Okay.
that my friend Belle is not harmed, and she is returned to her homeland.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
Then yes, I will marry you.
Okay, you can have your girlfriend.
Burgess steps up to Niles and says, Do you mean this? Do you mean what you say?
Yeah.
Burgess extends his hand.
Niles puts on a glove first. Then carefully shakes his hand. Careful not to get any of the Burgess sweat on it.
What's Belle doing?
She's just kind of looking around, kind of confused. Like, she doesn't understand half the shit you're talking about. She doesn't know your drama. She's like,
Then he undoes the tie on the net and cautiously steps away, pistol drawn.
Burgess steps closely up to Belle and holds out a handful of corn kernels.
Belle nervously approaches it like a doe.
It's all right.
She gets ever so closer. You can feel her cold nose nuzzle your hand.
That's it.
And then she goes for the corn and bites the fuck out of your hand.
You were told. Chicken bite. Belle won't go home. Brits suck.
You want to go home?
North Carolina for life. Tar Heels.
Some bushes shake off to the side, and Marion, Lucy's cousin, bursts from the bushes, and everyone hears her say, "Oi! There she is!"
And I'm going to spend a resolve from Christine to shoot Marion in the neck
Oh my god.
with a blowgun dart. Loaded with laudanum.
You got to keep that around for Marion.
Yeah.
Christine just pulls it out of her coat. Sinks right in Marion's neck.
Right at this point, Edwin Custard Death emerges through the brush.
Custard death. That's what
It's
they
what it
called him.
says. Like Austin's handwriting's weird.
That's what they called him in the Afghanistan campaign.
He walks in. He's like, Burgess,
Yes, Father?
you risking it all for this priest of Wilkes-Barre.
What?
this creature is the weird thing.
Yes, I am, Father. If it takes all the dignity I can muster, I will make sure this woman is treated equally. She is quite simple, but she is deserving of her place in the world.
Burgess, I'm strict, demanding, and old-fashioned from a long line of distinguished military officers. It's like this was written down before. But I'm secretly proud of those I love. And I've always been proud of you, except for your hedonistic shit. That's crazy. I will allow this creature to go the fuck back to America. Strapped with a bomb so we can blow them up. No, I'm just kidding. You kids have a great time.
Oh, I was pretty excited about that bomb part, but yeah, that's fine. So we see a boat leaving the docks of London. Belle is on the boat, in a cage, of course, for the protection of the crew. Burgess is there, lovingly pushing little kernels of corn through an air hole. When one goes through the cage, just rock.
It's like a raptor in there.
That's what I was about to say.
It gets out to sea, the sails unfurl, and end card comes down, the end.
Oh.
Then a megalodon fin comes up. And No, the end.
So Burgess accompanied Belle back to her homeland.
I mean, I definitely think Jane Austen could not have written a better novel
No.
or short story.
So the main part of the story is over now, and I think we can play out the denouement in the epistolary phase.
Yeah, which are, again, characters writing letters to one another. Each player can have two, one from... And they can be from their major character or from their connections.
Yes. First off is a letter from Lucy Crockpot to Burgess Custard Bath.
Oh.
It reads, My dearest Burgess, hope all is well in America. How have you adjusted to eating dirt and drinking piss, which is what I'm told they do over there? Things here are not so great. On the day of my wedding to my beloved Niles, I farted during the vows and blamed it on him. After which he fled the church and struck a vagrant to steal his horse and make his escape. Sadly, he is now in prison again because he was rumored to have shot the vagrant, even though the vagrant in question was produced at the trial. However, the judge was not convinced it was him, as in the words of the judge, they all look alike to me.
Oh, no.
Love to Belle. Yours, Lucy Crockpot.
So I did two letters. One that I will have to modify slightly after hearing Todd's. The first one is, this is to Lucy from Christine. Dear Lucy, I believed escorting Mr. Custard Bath to America would be for the good, but I was wrong. This is a terrible and dark continent. I'd rather be up to my elbows in Welshmen than have to spend another moment with these corn-eating troglodytes. I've not had a decent tea in ages. Pray for me and pray for England. Your dearest friend, Christine. And the other is from Niles to Lucy. Oh, hey there, Lucy. I escaped from prison. I'm in Canada. I had to come here to pay off a quick Quebecois bookie that owed some money. But I'm going to be leaving soon. Let me know if you want me to pick up some beaver pelts on the way home. I love you. P.S. I know you farted.
And my letter is from Burgess to his father, Edwin Custardbath. Father, I hope this letter finds you well after your sordid and drunken affair with the late Miss Marion Poppins in the wake of my sudden departure. It saddened me to hear that she was found by the local constable to have perished in an overdose of laudanum, and I pray that you have found peace in living alone in our mansion. For my part, I have found not only solace but elation in my adopted homeland, with the exception of Miss Christine's tragic integration into the family's most recent meal. Washington, D.C. has been adopted as the capital of this strange frontier, although I'm told apparently a false flag has been planted on that soil and a new uprising will soon liberate the North Carolinians from their wretched bondage. Belle and I were married yesterday in a lovely but simple ceremony in the forest. I must admit, my prospects are optimistic, but I remain fearful of her father, who keeps pointing at the boiling cauldron and shaking a spoon at me.
It's the chief.
In any case, I'm sure we will see each other soon. as the North Carolina War No. 9 will commence within a few days, and we shall rely once again upon the support of the British. Yours always, Birdie Pay Pay.
Corey, do you have a letter?
So I have 2 letters from Belle. Here's the first one.
Dear Napoleon, heard about you on a visit overseas. England sucks. Please send troops to North Carolina. Your friend Bill.
The end.
Yeah, no,
I like it.
I'm sure it worked.
Yeah. Second letter.
Dear Easter Bunny, it's Belle again. Well, I'm a married woman. Now married to Bert. Wedding was lovely. Crickets were ring bearers. Mysterious wizard performed ceremony. Uncle Charlie got drunk. On honeymoon, I killed and devoured husband. As is North Carolina tradition. Your friend, Bale.
All right.
Well, first off, apologies to Story Brewers Role Playing. You made a really serious Jane Austen game, and we ruined it.
I think that game was pretty fun. Like,
Is cannibalism not part of the Jane Austen
she
literary
died
world?
young. It could have been in her darker,
Maybe,
older
yeah.
years.
We don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
There's unpublished manuscripts in the Vatican.
No, I like the game. I like the character creation. They give you a lot of prompts, which is kind of nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. So good job, Story Brewers. And we may play it again someday.
Yeah.
And it will be worse.
Yeah, well,
With or without werewolves.
We really want to do Jane Austen and werewolves.
yeah.
So if you made it thus far, thank you for listening. But I believe, once again, it is time to thank our Patreons.
Yes, thank you, Patreons.
Dallas Gibson, Scott Schreffler, Derek Operly, Chris Riley, Adam Wallace, Chris Haldmeyer, Chris Douglas.
I'm pretty sure it's pronounced Holbmar.
Isn't that what I said?
Yeah, I think I'm sorry.
yeah,
I'm
pretty
mishearing
good.
things.
Chris Douglas and Kenny Bussey.
Yeah, thank you guys very much.
Yes, absolutely.
You're doing the Lord's work.
And the artist formerly known as Prince.
Weird.
Wow. Well, I mean, it's his estate. Come on. Obviously, Prince
Yeah.
is dead. That'd be ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's not like he's a lich.
Yeah, but if you would also consider getting on that Patreon, you could hear some cool shit coming up.
Yeah, there actually is some funny stuff on there.
Yeah, it's good.
Thank you to our sponsor, Barrel and Bond.
Barrel and Bond.
We need more whiskey.
They've yet to be raided by the police for meth.
Here's hoping.
There's treasure hidden in the bathroom walls. If you beat enough holes in it, you'll find it. Barrel and Bond, 100 Broadway, downtown Paducah.
Remember, bathrooms full of treasure. They'll tell you to stop. They're trying to stop you.
But yep, that'll do it for this week. Thank you guys.
Yeah, thanks. I'm Kyle.
I'm Todd.
I'm Corey.
I'm Austin.